Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Factorio. I'm Nexxus, your host, and today we're going to do something a little differently. This is going to be a new series, and it's going to run in parallel along the series that I'm already doing for 0.17 megabase. And this one is going to be how do I say, it's going to be a tutorial, but it's going to be a guide for beginners by beginners. And what I mean by that is, as much as I have over 800 hours in the game, I largely did that in a matter of about 2 months because I just played the game religiously. But according to and as far as the Factorians are concerned in the Factorio community, I'm still a beginner at Factorio, no matter that I've already accomplished beating vanilla and playing with the mods and all that kind of stuff, and that's fine for me because that means that I'm able to make this series, whereas they're not beginners, so they can't make a guide for beginners from beginners. They can make a guide for beginners based off of their expertise, but this will be basically what I've learned in the couple months that I've been playing it, versus the 6 years that these other folks have been playing it. So this is I've got mods activated that are going to help us out. So that this is going to be not so much a tedious and boring series, but more it's going to move pretty fast. If I'm moving too fast in the episodes, please let me know in the comments that I need to slow down or that I need to take my time with more, more stuff so that you guys can understand better about what's going on. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to chop down some trees because we all know that there are coal rocks around, but without having to go look for them specifically, we're not really going to just run into them, or at least that we haven't in any series that I've started in. So I'm going to cut down some of this for that purpose, and then we're going to run up here. As you'll see, we'll worry about this later, but eventually we're going to have to sort, but we're not going to right now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop this miner here, and we're going to put this thing right here in front of it. Is that right? Oh, right there. And then I'm gonna give you half the wood, and I'm gonna put the other half in here, so that we can start getting plates, because we're going to need lots of miners. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 miners that are going to they're basically going to make our coal for us. It's convenient that the stone is right there. I couldn't have asked for a better setup. Now, I have used the alien biomes and the alien high res so that the terrain looks, the terrain actually looks decent instead of, just the constant, green and brown all the time everywhere. So, oh, look, some coal rocks. Awesome. And we were just talking about how they don't normally pop up. It is definitely taking us a while to break through them, though. Holy moly. Alrighty then. Come on, come on, come on. Awesome. Take it. What's this? It's just rock. No. I want the coal rocks. Nice. And these. All right. So you'll see the alien biomes. Some of these are volcanic lands. Some of them are ash. Some of them are. There's a really nice purple and green and yellow one to the left of us. We haven't uncovered it yet, but I'm hoping that it's going to be somewhere nice, and we might actually build to the left instead of down. Alright, so I'm just going to run around and grab these coal rocks real quick. Now you notice that they don't, they have taken out the axe. And what I mean by that is it's just part of your hand now. You don't actually have to make pickaxes and steel axes. You just have to research the steel axe in order to get better, faster mining. But yeah, so the axe is just part of you now. Alright, so we're going to keep mining these coal rocks because the faster we get coal, the faster we'll be able to start getting stuff going and automated and all that kind of jazz. Yeah. Right, we'll probably take this last one and we'll run back over to base. My goodness, it's slow. Is it not slow? Holy moly. Alright, well at least we'll have enough for furnaces and stuff like that. At least in the beginning. Okay, so see, they're already out of fuel. No surprise. So I want you to go in there, and I want you to go in there. Alright, so holding control and hitting left bumper, or I'm sorry, left mouse, because it won't be on the mouse and keyboard. Left mouse button will take all of the stuff from wherever you're trying to take it from. This will take all the coal. If you have coal in your hand and you hold control and you hit right mouse button, it'll give half of whatever was in it. Right? Right. Okay. So now we need to go over here. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're probably asking yourself, why did you do that? Well, because we need to go down here. And we need to start setting up a coal thing that's going to, pay us. And what I mean by pay us is we're going to drop one piece in here. And then this whole thing is going to start, working for us. The whole thing will work for us. Now we go back over here. And we need 1, 2, 3, there we go, like that. And then take all those and we go 1, 2, we need 2 more. And then we start making our iron stuff. Right, there you go, there you go. Bingo, alright. They're not going to last very long on the coal that they have, obviously, but they'll last long enough to make us some plates. I need to make 2 more of these. Run back down here to the coal. We have nanobots and we have all that kind of stuff, but the nanobots are weak in the beginning. I'm probably not going to use them until later because they just don't do us any justice. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to put this one here, and this one here, and this one's going to be turned this way, and this one's going to be turned this way, right? I think so, yeah, right, looks like it, possibly. Aha! Alright, now this is going to work for us. It's just going to constantly feed coal into each other until they're all full at 50, and then we can, we'll have 200 or 300. So what we need to do now is come back up here and grab all this stuff. We need to make 2 more of these. The faster you can make the iron plates, the better, which means that you need more of the burner miners. I have turned the biters off in this series. There will be no biters in this series. If you came for biters, you came to the wrong how do I say this? You came to the wrong series. If you're looking for biters, that would be the 0.17 megabase series that I'm doing on my channel. But yeah, this one has no biters. I've disabled them completely, so there will be none of that. Apologies ahead of time for those of you who did not realize that there would be no biters. I did not make an announcement about this series. I just decided that 0.17's out. They put out bug fixes every single day. A lot of the mods have been updated, and a lot of the mods have been redone and built from the ground up, largely because those players who made those mods originally don't play anymore. Not all of them, but some of them. So those mods have been rebuilt from the ground up, and so I decided that maybe it was a good idea to make a tutorial beginners by beginners series. This is basically how I've learned to play the game, and this is basically what has worked for me. And so if you feel like some of the other people out there doing tutorials aren't being in-depth and thorough enough about things, this will be a very in-depth and thorough playthrough. I don't know how long the series will go. I don't know if we'll go all the way to the rocket. It may only go up until a few of the sciences, but it's basically just a starter module. Here's how to get started, here's how to get things going, and the easiest way possible that I have learned. So I'm going to take all of that. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to build everything from the ground up. I'm not going to blueprint anything. So everybody gets a clear understanding. Okay, so now you need copper. Copper is it's a 2-to-1 ratio. You need 2 iron plates to 1 copper plate, and that's the ratio you need to go off of. And that doesn't mean that everything's going to require 2 iron plates and 1 copper plate. That's just the ratio. So when you make smelters later, we're going to have 2 iron belts for 1 copper belt, because iron is required in 99% of everything, and copper is only required in maybe 60% of everything. So that's what I mean by that. All right, so now we're going to run down here. And largely the mods are only active just so that it helps me and that I can actually go through and get a lot of this stuff done and shown to you guys in like one episode, 2 episodes, instead of, one episode being, okay, we're going to run around for half the episode and then we have 5 smelters going. No, that's not how, I did not want to learn that way, but I had no choice because of the people that I learned from. But I, in my infinite wisdom, feel that that is not always the best way to teach people. So we're not going to do it that way. But like I said, if I'm going too fast for you, please let me know in the comments and I will definitely slow it down a bit. So we want you to go in there. Right. Alright, so take all of this. Don't have any in there, but we'll take it anyway. Excuse me. Alright. So we want 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Oh. No. 1, 2. Okay. 1. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start making. We got stuff, plates and stuff making. Now we need to get down here to the water and start making a power source, because eventually we're here very quickly. We're going to need to start pumping the power. We don't need any fish. I mean, we don't need fish because there's no monsters. But, it's always good to have something to eat. You can kill yourself, too, with grenades and stuff like that if you're blowing away rocks and stuff. Alright, so first thing we need is a pump. Right. So let's put the pump here. Right. And then let's go from here. We'll say, for now, we'll say there. Okay, let's say that it's gonna be here. Nope, can't do it there because it's in the way. Okay, so here and here. Gotcha. Alright, and we'll do 1, 2. Now, this is, each one of these boilers can handle 2 steam engines. Do not be like some people I see online and connect your stuff like this. Here, I'm just going to show you. Like, do not do this. Do not connect your stuff up like this. I forbid it. And not only do I forbid it, the other thing is that it's not efficient, and it actually doesn't work the way that you think that it does. That is actually telling the boiler that on each side that there's 4 engines connected to the boiler, and they only support 2. So you're actually going to be using way more coal and water than you should be using if you connect it that way. And people can argue if they want to. I've tested it. It's just not the way to go, and I've never seen any of the advanced players do it that way. Only people who think that they know what they're doing. Alright, so, and I don't mean that the way that it sounded. That's just the way that it is. Alright, so now we need some of this. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get any power going probably in this episode, as we're already 13 minutes in. But we will have, we need to go down here and grab the coal. Always remember to come down here and grab the coal, folks, because if you forget about it, your stuff will start to get behind. Alright, so grab all this. Actually, we're going to make... No, we're not. Never mind. I was going to think we were going to make another coal thing, but we don't really need it. Okay. If we're actually doing what we're supposed to, we won't need it. Alright, so there we go. There we go. Alright, cool. No. Some of these... Let's see. Like, no, look, here. Here. Everybody good? No, everybody's not. Everybody's not good. Alright. Cool. No, it's not cool. I mean, it's working, but it's not working, you know what I'm saying? Alright. So now we got all that stuff. Now we need 2 of these, sorry. I got some. So now, what do we need? Well, nothing really. Well, we do, but we don't. Let's go back over to the power. You want to get power up and running as soon as possible because that's your automation. Your automation requires power because it requires electricity. Everything requires electricity except for burners, and burners don't cause as much pollution, but at the same time, they're also not as efficient. Alright, so you're gonna go where? To here. And then we need 1 more of you. And 5 of you. Alright, there you go. And then we'll just build up from there. Alright, so now we need, I don't know where this is going from yet, so I don't know yet. It's actually going to go all the way up here, to be honest. It really is. You're right. I know I'm right. Okay, so we need this to connect to here. That gives us the water. Hit Alt so we know what the heck's going on. Alt mode, also known down here as Alt mode. This didn't used to be here. You toggle this, as most human players do, so that you can see what's going on in your factories. If you don't, then it just, looks like nothing's going on. But if you hit Alt mode, then you can tell there's steam right here, water going in, producing steam, water going in, water pipes, blah, 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 blah. All that kind of stuff. All that good jazz. All right, so that's going to be pretty much what that is right now. I'm going to leave that as it is and go back over here and work on some more stuff. We need 1, 2, and a box. And we'll need to power these with coal. Okay. And basically, what this is going to do for now is it's going to stock these boxes with stone. And we'll need that because unless we want to go out and chop down all the stone that we're going to need to make the furnaces, which we only have 8 left for. So that's what that's doing. All right, science. 5, 10, 50. Let's just make it all. Like, let's not even bother. Let's not pussyfoot about. Let's grab all this stuff. Let's grab all this stuff. How much you guys good on coal? No, you're gonna need some soon. Okay, there you go. Y'all are gonna need some soon. Y'all are gonna need some soon. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so now basically what we've done in this first episode is we have got plates making for us. We've got plenty of plates making. We've got plenty of copper plates making. You only need, like I said, look, there's 6 up here and there's 4 down here. We only needed 3, but I made 4. I got 2 of these putting stone into these boxes, so we'll have plenty of stone for making furnaces. When we get automation later, we'll be able to transfer these away and put the miners in to make us the stone furnaces automatedly. I'd like to get all this stuff out of here, but it's going to take a miracle to get it all out of here without nanobots. We might just kind of wait on that. But I'm going to wrap this one up here, folks. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed this one, please leave me a like and a comment. Hit the red subscribe button if you've not done so already. It's the kind thing to do. I appreciate all the support, and I get to make more videos, and you guys get to watch more videos. I've been Nexxus, and this has been Factorio. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.